We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
A Hamas commander is killed. Terrorism threat in the U.S. is elevated. Pelosi's embroiled in a criminal investigation, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Israeli airstrikes killed a Hamas commander and dozens of other fighters and destroyed a command center in a vast underground tunnel complex under flattened buildings. Gaza's health ministry, a propaganda arm of Hamas, said hundreds of people were killed or wounded in the strike. An Israeli military spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Hecht, said the Hamas militants were hiding, as they do, behind civilians. Israel said the commander it targeted helped plan the October 7th Hamas surprise attack in southern Israel. Hamas denied that the commander, Ibrahim Biari, was at the command center that was hit. Video of the strike's aftermath showed people digging through rubble around a giant crater amid crumbling buildings. Police arrested a Cornell University student, Patrick Dye, on Tuesday and charged him with posting threats against Jewish students. Dye, a junior at the Ivy League school in upstate New York, allegedly posted messages in the Cornell section of an unaffiliated online forum for fraternities and sororities saying he would stab and slit the throat of any Jewish males on campus and rape and throw Jewish females off a cliff. The post included a threat to behead Jewish babies and bring an assault rifle to campus and shoot all you pig Jews. The messages prompted police and the FBI to increase security on campus, including outside a building with a dining hall that caters to kosher diets. FBI Director Christopher Wray said Tuesday that the Israel-Hamas war has led to an increase in terrorist threats against the U.S., a key Israel ally. The terrorism threat has been elevated throughout 2023, Wray testified to the Senate Homeland Security Committee. But the ongoing war in the Middle East has raised the threat of an attack against Americans in the United States to a whole other level. International terrorist groups are not the only source of threats. Reports of domestic anti-Semitism are rising. A Nevada man, John Anthony Miller, was arrested last week and jailed on charges of threatening Senator Jackie Rosen of Nevada, a Jewish Democrat, with multiple anti-Semitic phone messages after Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel. Toyota announced it would spend another $8 billion to make a plant under construction in North Carolina a hub for battery production, creating 3,000 more jobs. The commitment increases the Japan-based automaker's investment in the facility to nearly $14 billion to help meet rising demand for hybrid vehicles. The factory will have 14 assembly lines making batteries for hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and fully electric vehicles, with production slated to start in 2025. Toyota said it will be able to shift between making EV and plug-in hybrid batteries depending on demand. Toyota pioneered hybrids in the late 1990s and has pushed plug-in hybrids recently as a more affordable alternative to fully electric cars. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi informed the House of Representatives on Wednesday that she was served a subpoena to produce documents in a criminal case in California. Pelosi's statement related to the subpoena was read by the House clerk, which is standard when a member is issued a subpoena related to a civil or criminal matter. This is to notify you formally, pursuant to Rule 8 of the Rules of the House of Representatives, that I, the Honorable Nancy Pelosi, Speaker Emerita and U.S. Representative for the 11th Congressional District of California, have been served with third-party subpoenas from the prosecution and the defendant to produce documents in a criminal case and United States District Court for the Northern District of California, Pelosi's statement read. The House of Representatives voted to table a censure resolution against Representative Rashida Tlaib on Wednesday night, a measure brought last week over Tlaib's public denouncement of Israel, her spreading misinformation, and inciting pro-Palestinian protesters to riot amid its conflict with Hamas. The House voted 222 to 186 to table the resolution, with 23 Republicans and all Democrats voting to block its passage to the floor. The GOP bloc that voted against the resolution included lawmakers from Michigan and nearby Midwestern states with high numbers of Muslim voters. Meanwhile, a Republican-led resolution to expel embattled Representative George Santos failed in the House on Wednesday night. The push to try to oust Santos came from fellow GOP lawmakers in the New York delegation who argue his past lies and embellishments about his personal history and his various legal entanglements make him unfit for office. Santos maintains his innocence after being indicted on a slew of federal charges. The White House announced Wednesday the administration will develop a national strategy to counter Islamophobia in the United States. President Biden ran for office to restore the soul of our nation. He is unequivocal. There is no place for hate in America against anyone, period. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said in a statement, "The strategy, which is a joint effort led by the Domestic Policy Council and the National Security Council, aims to create a comprehensive and detailed plan to protect Muslims and those perceived to be Muslim because of their race, national origin, ancestry, or any other reason from discrimination, hate, bigotry, and violence," said a White House official. The White House will be partnering with local communities on coming up with this strategy. This move comes amid a surge of anti-Semitism, which the White House has not addressed and has refused to label the anti-Semites as extremists, and from threats from Muslim lawmakers that Biden could lose the Muslim community in the next election. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.